4, 3. It's you. I'm pointing at you.
It's me.
I'm pointing at you.
It all went wrong.
Wipe it. Start all over again.
Cut.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 8 of Two Guys Mindless Movie Podcast. We have an epic podcast for you today. Wouldn't you say so?
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Yes. And in honor of last week's podcast, I wore my Jurassic Park t-shirt today, which has nothing to do with today's podcast, but...
Well, I mean, there are monsters that can be dinosaur-like.
That is true.
So, I mean, that's actually what the full version looks like. But
It
you
is
only see, you only see the T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Well, the Cyclops and the T-Rex get into a fight.
Is that that's a bad bar joke, right? A Cyclops and a T-Rex go to a bar.
I thought it was a good joke myself, but, what do I know? Well, so I guess, obviously, if you're watching this, you know that we're going to be talking about the Odyssey today.
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey. The Odyssey. Not Odyssey. Odyssey.
Well, I mean, there are several Odysseys that have happened.
That is true. But I guess, so technically we're filming this the week it came out, but by the time you watch this, a few weeks will have passed. But we are going to be talking about plenty of spoilers, so if you have not seen this yet, you may want to hit pause for 3 hours, go watch it and come back and hit pause.
It's only 3 hours. Go watch the movie, come back, and we won't ruin anything.
Nothing at all. But yeah, otherwise, dude, I'm ready to jump right in this thing, man.
Let's do it. Do it. Okay, overall thoughts, sir.
Well, first of all, before we get to anything else, I learned this week that Homer Simpson did not write this.
Wait, what?
Yes.
His name's all over Homer.
I know.
He wrote it.
Believe it or not, there's more than one Homer.
No, there's not. You're full of it, sir.
Look it
There's
up.
only one Homer. Homer Simpson. That's it.
I will give you time to look it up. All of our listeners, all 5 of them, will stare at you while you look this up.
In a world of all the Homers, there's one.
There's one.
I mean, how many Homers have you met?
Technically, he got cloned.
Okay, 1.5.
There's 1.5. So,
but they take the space of 4. But only in the Moo episode.
And for those of you that don't know us, I'm obviously full of shit. I'm joking. Please don't take me serious. I know there's 2 Homers. Only 2.
Only 2.
Only
the clone and the original. We discussed this already.
Okay, so my thoughts are, I think it's phenomenal. And I know it's a bold statement, but I went into it expecting to be wowed, and I was still wowed. Christopher Nolan has a way of doing that, at least to me, and I'm sure other people are that way too, but I went in, I didn't mean to, but I went into it with such huge expectations, and somehow it met all of them. So, how about you?
That's a bold statement, Cotton.
That's right.
Let's see if it pays off. Okay, I saw obviously all the hype, and I was pretty psyched about it.
Right.
I also saw all the negative BS circling it,
Right.
and I don't really want to get into that
Right.
part of it because However,
it is what it is, right?
It is what it is, and everybody has their own view, and then none of them are right.
Right.
They're all wrong,
except
your own
and that one.
right, obviously. But so I was a little worried just because of all the BS that's been going around that it would just end up being wrapped up in BS. I'm with you. Phenomenal film. I don't know that so I have a lot of context, and I kind of alluded to this when we were setting up for this.
Okay.
I love the old Odyssey.
Right.
The one with Douglas. Well, it was Kirk Douglas, right? That did the old
You're
one.
talking about the one with Armand Assante, right?
No. I'm talking about the old one. The old one.
Oh, you're talking about like yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes. like the
I'm trying to pull it up. Was it named differently? It wasn't. It was called the Odyssey, wasn't it?
like there was the Voyage of Sinbad, right?
No. It was. I'm having trouble bringing it up. Let me see if.
Well, see, now you got me curious.
I keep pulling up the miniseries with Amar Asante, and I watched part of that.
That's
I didn't.
That I knew.
I didn't finish it. That came out in '97.
Yes. Yeah.
I watched snippets of it. I watched it when it was airing on TV, so I saw a couple of the episodes because it was episode, if I remember, like on Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Yeah, it was like 4 episodes, something like that, I think. Or
yeah. And I watched like some of them, and it was good. I didn't dislike it.
Right.
But what was it? But wasn't it?
So I don't know if I remember the other one
There was an old one. There was an old one. I'm having trouble finding it. Oh wait, is this a 68? No, that's a mini series from 68. That's not what I'm talking about either.
Okay, I think you made it up. That's what I think.
Obviously.
So,
no. Okay, so it was very much scene for scene like that old one.
Yeah.
So so I grew up watching the old one, and I'll have to find it here in a minute when we have, so we're not just have dead air right now. But yeah, I'm like, no, just let me look for 15, 20 minutes.
People love this kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, obviously they just like see me like look at a screen.
Yeah.
So I watched the old with my dad. My dad used to watch all these, like with Sinbad and all that stuff. We watched all that stuff together. So I watched the old one many times. And when I was in high school, I had an English teacher. We actually read the Odyssey, and like over multiple weeks, we read the Odyssey.
Okay. And
we would read a section of the Odyssey, watch a version of the film where I had seen a whole bunch as a kid growing up. We would watch that old film, and we would have to do papers comparing and contrasting the two and how they were different and stuff. We had to actually learn like how to read the old, like because the wording is obviously different. So we read the legit Odyssey as well. I mean, it's as legit as it would have been for a high school.
On stone tablets.
On stone tablets. It was chiseled by Homer J. Simpson.
J. Simpson.
It's not J, is it? I'm thinking Philip J. Fry.
No, it is.
Is it J? Okay.
It's J-A-Y. J.
Okay, I couldn't remember. It's been too long since I've really watched it regularly. But Homer Simpson's original tablet text. So for me, it was interesting because I've done some like deep analysis. Now it's been a lifetime ago, and I don't remember all of said analysis, but watching this film brought up a lot of those memories.
Right.
And
okay, that's cool.
And there were some changes. It wasn't identical by any means, and there was some. I mean, the movie and the book was different as well. The old movie and the book was different.
Right.
Overall, it captured so much of the. Like I was very nostalgic because it was very similar to the old movie and the book. It just felt like a perfect blending of it, and the visuals were amazing. Like it just looked great.
Right.
The acting was really well done. I can't really. I want to get into a little bit of that because some of that was really neat.
Yeah. So
okay, go ahead.
No, so now I'm gonna bounce back what you.
Yeah.
You said. So my history with this, because I actually never read it in school. Okay. But I know of parts of it, but my history of it is when I was younger, I seen old movies with my family, like the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, which some of the lore from Homer's Odyssey was put in those movies, right?
Yes.
Like with the sirens and the Cyclops, whatever. But
I think some old Hercules movies had that as well.
I think you're right. But the two other movies that come to mind is the obvious one is The Return with Ray Fiennes, where Ray Fiennes played Odysseus. That was 2024. So it wasn't as good of a story. It was focused solely on what was going on in Ithaca and what happened when he got back. So you didn't get the whole journey that he took to get there. It was just him basically washing up on shore was the start of the movie. Okay. But that whole part of him getting to the island until he takes back over was that whole movie. So I knew the ending, but the other thing that comes to mind is, and I don't know if you remember this, but Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes. Well, that was definitely it was a take on the Odyssey.
It was,
which I knew that going into that movie. That was so well done.
See, I didn't until I watched it.
Oh.
And then I rewatched it, and I was like, I missed all of this. Like John Goodman with the eye patch and all that stuff, you know. I was like, this is great.
The thing is I can see how there's probably a lot of people that watch that film and have no idea. I went into that movie knowing it was based on the Odyssey, but I used to watch Ulysses. I found it. It was Ulysses, which was where he basically the Odyssey retold.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So,
well, like very, very much scene for scene. Like there's so many things that I'm like, oh my god, I knew it was. In some parts, like I'm building up, like I'm like, is this going to be as amazing as it used to be? And it was, and they did such a good job. Okay, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No.
We're out though. Amazing.
That was it. No, that was it. So that was kind of my history with it as well. But above all that, I really love that story, the whole Odyssey story, and all jokes aside, The Simpsons actually did make an episode called Homer's Odyssey, and they told that story in 22 minutes or whatever. So knowing that story and already thinking it was a pretty fun story anyway, and knowing a year ago that Christopher Nolan was working on it, I thought, man, this is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I said, he did not let me down at all.
So I haven't been watching a lot of movies for a while. I just have not been going to the theater for a long while.
It's like you're busy or something.
But I mean, every time I look, there's just nothing. I'm like, there's nothing on. I have no interest in seeing these, and that's not fair. I mean, but I'm not watching the trailers, so I didn't see this. When did we went to a movie? This was a trailer when we went to the last movie we went to?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I saw it as a trailer when I went to see Project Hail Mary as well. Up until that point, I don't even think there was all the news attention with all the casting BS going on right now.
Yeah,
that would have caught my attention. So until I saw that first, I was like, wow, that looks pretty good. And so I didn't have as long a build up as you had.
Well, and you know how they make films now, like they have dates 2 years in advance already earmarked for Disney or Universal or whatever. It's like, oh, July 5th, 2029, Disney's going to have a movie come out. So like that stuff's already planned way out in advance. But yeah, so literally a year before it came out, they were advertising that Odyssey was coming out. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. And that was shortly after I had just watched The Return. So I'm like, oh, Chris Nolan can beat this. So, which he did. So,
right.
But no, I've been reading so much about it in the last couple of days. 4 days ago I saw it. Anyway, and I'm just astonished at how much work was put into this movie. Like it's phenomenal how much work Nolan did himself to make the IMAX cameras do what he wanted them to do. I don't know if you've read any of that yet.
I have not looked into any of the background stuff at all.
Okay, so apparently, if a movie says it's filmed for IMAX, what it typically means is like all of the big action scenes are shot with IMAX cameras, and all of the up close dialogue is just regular cameras, right? And then they splice them together because the IMAX cameras are so loud and so big, they can't properly film with people talking, right?
Okay, I did not realize that.
Well, Christopher Nolan actually developed some sort of casing for the IMAX cameras. So
to keep it quiet?
Yeah. So this is the first film that's filmed entirely 100% in IMAX film.
Wow.
Yeah. And another fun fact, apparently 3 hours is the absolute max an IMAX film can hold. And it was 252 or something like that.
That's okay. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been reading all week about this.
That's neat stuff. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, geeking out about it.
So we'll never have an IMAX retelling of Braveheart or Days of Wolves. The best of the best.
Or The Postman. We need a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
We're gonna just have a nice little cry. I love that movie.
Yeah. So, anyway, I feel like I've been rambling here a little bit. So
we both do that.
Yeah.
It's a common theme between us. We start yakking. We just love hearing ourselves talk so much.
So did you want to say something about like the acting or whatever you mentioned about that earlier?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know that there's a single person that I did not feel did well. Not one. And I usually would have a little bit. I mean, it's just very well cast overall, and that surprised me actually because of some of the controversy coming up.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, but even with that, I mean, you have all those memes going around right now, and I guess I don't want to go too crazy into the weeds of that because we're a film podcast, not a social commentary podcast. But you get all the little things where they're splicing Elliot Page and doing like crazy stuff. Have you seen any of this stuff?
I've been reading up about it, but
okay, I've seen a couple of them, and some of them are really funny.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, like they're just humorous.
Well, and the thing is, and that role was so small anyway.
It was really, miniature. It was really. They're throwing a big stink about nothing, and that's what I was going to say. It's almost nothing.
Yeah. Well, and really, his first scene, didn't say a word, right? If I'm not mistaken.
There was something. It was very minimal.
Yeah.
Like it was like one word or something.
Yeah.
And called out for whatever with Athena, so that they would have to like take divorce then basically. But so I mean, it really was a nothing burger overall as far as like the complaints people were making. Now I will say,
it normally is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but like even with that, like I mean, I don't know. It just like the actors just all did a super awesome job, and not that I really thought anyone would do bad, but like Matt Damon as Odysseus, just he did a very good job.
Yeah.
But the dude's a good actor.
Yeah,
I mean,
Matt Damon's probably one of my favorites. So I mean,
Matt Damon. I always think of South Park. Matt Damon, where they act like he's a moron, but like he does. This dude really made a whole lot of bad movies. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, I can't think of many that I thought were terrible.
Right. Yeah, and even if the movie's terrible, it's not because of him, right?
I've not seen a whole lot that I can think of that I don't like that he's in.
Off the top of my head,
okay.
Go ahead.
I did not care for that downsizing one. See, it was humorous.
That was okay.
It was okay.
But,
it was okay.
But it wasn't bad though.
I didn't say it was bad, but like that's one I did. I wouldn't like be like you got to go watch this.
Yeah. The only one I can think of off the top of my head was where he was like an average Joe, and he was playing. He was tapped to play like an undercover. Undercover cop or go undercover. That's the only one I think of that it wasn't great, but
sure.
But again, not his fault, right?
Right.
I think it was called The Informant.
Okay. Oh yeah. I saw part of that.
Yeah.
That was almost more documentary style because that was kind of wasn't that based off a documentary? Wasn't it based? Because that guy,
honestly.
If I remember correctly, he was like it was a big tobacco thing way back in the day.
Yeah,
and it's based on a true story, something like that.
Okay.
So I think that movie is based off the documentary about the true story.
Okay.
Or something like that.
But either way, yeah, like he's sure. Great. Tom Holland's great.
And that surprised me. I mean, I think Tom Holland's good, but the role was bigger than I expected it to be, I guess.
Right. Well, and it really showed his range because, when he's playing Spider-Man or...
he just is Spider-Man, Brent. Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Just the same way Tobey Maguire is.
Right.
I've been sacked.
But he also played... and Uncharted and all that. He kind of playing.
That was solid. That is a very similar character.
But as I'm saying, he's not stretching his acting chops in that role, right?
Sure. He did pull some emotion out in this.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why it really shows that he could do it, which is nice.
I wasn't super sure about Anne Hathaway's Penelope when I heard it was her, but she did very well.
My wife said the same thing. She's like, "That's not a very Anne Hathaway type role, is it?" I'm like, "Well, she's been in other Chris Nolan movies."
Well,
so,
you gotta think though, she's a little bit older now too. Like she's probably mid-40s, pushing 50 probably.
I bet she's older than that.
I didn't think she's older than us though.
She looks 25 though.
She don't look that young.
Yes, she does. If you, Miss Hathaway, if you're watching this, 25 is what you look.
What he's trying to say without saying is you were on his list.
So,
I'm trying to see they don't usually tell the ladies' ages on here, I don't think, do they? Don't they just hide it?
Sometimes they'll have their birth date, but
yeah, they don't usually put the year.
Yeah, but not until they die, usually.
And they were all. It's weird. They were all 29.
So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like even the smaller.
Oh
roles
shit, she's
were great.
younger than that. She was born in 82. She's 43.
Told you, 25.
I thought she was 29 and a half. I thought she was a little bit older than us. Or our age, anyway.
Okay,
I mean, she's our age. I didn't think she was a couple years younger than us, though.
Hey, 41 and 49 is still in your 40s, buddy.
That's true.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
true. Technically speaking, that is accurate, sir.
If I turn 50 tomorrow, I'm still in my 40s.
Well, and I bet they aged her up a little bit. Because she had a little bit of gray hair in this. The same way, I mean, because they kind of aged Matt Damon up and down a little bit based on the time frame.
Yeah, which also was a good job. And
it did very well, actually.
Yeah. And the dude got ripped for this too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just saying, Mr. Damon.
You're on his list. You're 35, which is when men are kind of peak, and you're on his list. So
I'm saying it all lines up. That's all I'm saying.
He just said he's shooting at his Hail Mary to see if he can get a Martian.
So he can go in my Interstellar.
Well, you do you, brother.
Hey, if he's on the list, whatever happens, happens.
So you know who surprised me?
Was that?
Actor-wise, John Leguizamo. You know what? I mean, now we and you are of an age that grew up with this guy, probably.
Sure. Like the
well, even before that, I used to watch his stand-up back in the day. Yep. He had some really good stand-up. It was solid. Like and then he kind of the pest kind of come out and ruined his career. Like it really went nowhere after the pest.
I'm sure it had nothing to do with Mario Brothers, him playing Luigi, right?
Keep that name out of your mouth. I love that movie. I'm sure you do too.
It's so terribly
awesome. Terribly awesome. That's
so terribly awesome. It is.
And I liked him as Luigi, and I didn't expect to, honestly.
Right.
When that movie came out, but I saw some different things where he'd done some talking about this movie a little bit, and I didn't, I guess I didn't I didn't actually realize who he was playing, because in the old movie and also in the book, like that role was kind of important because he recognized, and so I have a little bit. It's hard for me a little bit because some of what I think of, I'm marrying the stuff together a little bit too much by accident. But there's scenes where that beggar, he's outed a couple times, and they did do that very well in this movie where the chicks, and that's from the book and the old movie and this movie where the chicks washing his feet.
Yeah,
because that's a whole Greek thing where that part of Zeus's
law.
I don't know that they call it that, but it's like that. That was a hospitality thing the Greeks did, and that's like actually legitimate. They would do that for beggars. That was a whole thing, and it's like you would wash a beggar's feet to show that you're not better than them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So when that chick was washing his feet and she saw the wound, like that is from the old stuff, like multiple times over. So I seen that scene and he's talking to Penelope. I know it's coming up.
Right. Yeah.
Or I'm expecting it to.
Yeah. Well,
and it did so well with everything coming up.
Well, I had seen that in The Return, so I knew that was going to happen because of that as well. But here's my only gripe with the movie. All right.
Okay.
And it's not much of anything, but John Leguizamo, he's blind, right? How did he not recognize his master's voice?
Yeah, I had that thought too.
Because later in the movie, he traps that guy in the closet because he's too loud, and so he knew what guy. This is like, again, not a huge deal, but it's like I think he should have heard him speak and been like, "I know you."
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
In the old one, they make some kind of reference to that, and I think it's some kind of disguise. In like the old book or the old movie, it's supposed to be something like he's like. from his beggar disguise is supposed to have been something like Athena's helping him with his disguise.
Okay.
But like I said, so my problem is some of this stuff I'm losing context because I'm merging some of the story arc.
Yeah.
And so, what did you think? But I had some similar thoughts with as far as like, you know, I thought because I kept thinking he got recognized before they went up to the palace by John Leguizamo's like the servant, and I remember the other servant recognized him when she was washing the feet. Right. So and they kind of allude that some of people are kind of figuring it out because or have an inkling because like you know let him try and all that stuff.
Well, and in the old movie when the dog recognizes him, that's when when the blind guy or the beggar figures out then, right? When he pets the dog or the dog.
Are you talking about Armand Assani movie?
Maybe
I may have missed that.
Yeah, and then I think again,
I don't remember there being a dog in Ulysses.
Well, and again in The Return with Ralph Fiennes, that happens there as well.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, so
was it good?
Again, it's okay. I mean,
okay. I mean, it is Ralph Fiennes.
It's Ralph Fiennes, and Ralph Fiennes is amazing, but it just focused on that one part of the story, which was an odd choice when all the cool, amazing stuff happens before he gets back home, you know?
Right.
So what
did you think about the trials? They did a pretty good job, I think, overall with everything, with all the hardships. I don't feel like it was super well spelled out. Like, you know, why, you know, they, and I'm trying to remember with this movie, I know in the original stuff or the older stuff, he done something to piss Poseidon off. It might have been the body stuff or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they let you know, like he knows when he's leaving, he's in some shit.
Right.
With Poseidon. And Poseidon is, you know, they say that in this movie they have him going a different route, a faster route, like a shortcut.
Yeah, they like split up right in.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the original story and then the other movies I'd watched, it was a thing where like Poseidon is like, I'm going to send you the wrong direction. He sends him into that, and they didn't kind of really say that as much.
Yeah, they kind of left it like this is Odysseus making these choices.
Right.
And then later, when he goes to Hades, and then he, you know, and he talks to the dead, then you kind of realize that they're telling them what's going to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But up until then, yeah, it's almost just like he's making these poor choices, just trying to get home, you know.
Well, and that's kind of what they kind of alluded to is that it was almost like that was like the moral of the story is like, you know, he's sacrificing everything to get home.
Right. Yeah. Well, but even closer to the end, he tells them like not to sacrifice the cows. Like he's trying to help them, right?
Sure.
But and he warns them, and they do it anyway. So even at that point, it didn't really matter. But no, like I thought each step along the way was very well done. And I know it was a 3-hour movie. I get that, but it's like I could have used more screen time for some of this stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So
I had the same thought. Very long film. I didn't notice it being that long.
I didn't either.
This is one that I just blew right through.
Yeah.
But I don't. You know, the thing is let's say you gave it another hour. Let's say you went Dances with Wolves on it.
Okay.
Would that have given you? I feel like we're missing. You know, like I said, again, me being pretentious, I read the book. It was better. But you know, I mean, I spent like 6 weeks in a class, like studying this back in the day. So like, I know a lot more context so I went into this film and I kind of knew what was going on. But like, if it was somebody just off the street, there's a lot of stuff you would have nothing that would.
Right. So let's say you give it even 30 minutes, right? Because you know another hour is pushing it, but
sure.
I mean, the whole IMAX camera will just blow up at that point. But
unless you have it will blow up unless I have a rubber band, a toothpick, and one pubic hair.
Is MacGyver part of the Odyssey?
Well, do you think he wasn't? He obviously time traveled back, and Odyssey. He's the reason why Odysseus got home.
Well, he's the reason they were able to build a Trojan horse out of a boat.
That was a fine looking horse too.
Wasn't it?
That's
That's a
a
good-looking
real
horse.
nice horse.
It's no wonder it took him 7 damn years.
I started that horse on the way there. Nobody ever told you that. That horse was being built beforehand.
Well, the part they don't show you is the first horse I built was that big. He's like, damn it, tear it down and make it bigger.
Do it again. It's got to be at least double that size.
We all gotta fit in here. Can we fit in here? So, yeah, you could potentially give more context to what's going on, right? And I think that you could also show, maybe outside of the Cyclops part, because that was kind of long, but a couple of the other stops that they made, I think they could have been a little bit longer. Like Hades could have been longer. I don't know what you call it, but the part when they, where the trees are moving, those big ass soldiers in the silver were just marching.
So that's a different. That was one thing that was part. So that's supposed to be the. I'm drawing a blank on the name of them. That was in the old stuff, but a lot different.
Okay.
In the original stuff, they were chucking rocks at their boats. They are giant-esque. They're actually supposed to be offsprings of Poseidon as well. So the Cyclops is Poseidon's son.
Okay.
And that just has, and they kind of allude to that. They make a slight mention of that in this.
Well, he shoots him, remember? And that's what pisses up. Because, so like they're free and clear, then Odyssey has to shoot an arrow.
Well, yeah,
right at his face.
he was asked too.
Yeah, well, he's asking
I
for
put
it.
3 arrows into him. He's asking for it. See what he's wearing?
Nothing.
No, that no-eyed bastard. After they're done with him,
Dude, how creepy was he? Honestly,
he was pretty well done.
I mean, honestly,
it looked pretty messed up.
Right. Out of all the Cyclops that you've seen in movies, I love the fact that they had the eye that way instead of that way. That was pretty cool. And like the crooked nose, I mean.
Well, he almost looked more deformed than Cyclops.
I mean, that's like, I'm going to be dreaming about that for a while, and not in a good way. You know, that's like.
The visual was good. And so there's a lot that happened in that just kind of got. And I know it was a long scene. Like, it was a long scene.
But probably my favorite scene, though, honestly. Like,
it was good, but there's in the story, there's a lot that you can't. I don't know how he would show it.
Right.
And I imagine he had to cut a lot of shit he didn't want to cut, probably.
Yeah.
To make this be under 17 hours.
Like what they cut out there.
Well, well, I mean, it wasn't specific. I mean, in the old stuff, like the men are talking strategy a little bit more about what they have to do. They're hiding from the Cyclops for a whole evening. Like they're in there for a couple of days, and they kind of allude to that.
It shows that.
It does. But like they're trying to figure out like what can we do? You know, we're trapped. You know, and they do allude to that as well. Like we have to trick him into letting us out.
Right.
Because he kept shutting them in there.
Right. Yeah. And because that was my favorite part of that whole scene is they're getting ready to kill him and they're like, oh shit, if we kill him, we can't get out. We're trapped. So they have to hide against the wall and wait for him to wake back up and open the door again. You know, it's like a whole thing. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. That was such a big deal. And like I said, I'm nitpicking just because I felt like something. I really need to go back and watch the old movie and maybe even, I don't know. I don't have time to read the book again. I would love to, but like I just don't have time for that.
Read? What's this read?
What is this about? Word? Why are you making up words?
Red? Ried?
But I should at least go watch the old movie again and maybe see if it, because it was kind of a big deal, and I felt like this didn't quite capture how big of a deal it was. This was the first real trial, the first time that they're kind of like screwed and they know they're kind of screwed.
Right.
And you didn't specifically get that from this. This almost seemed unfortunate, where in like the older stuff, it was like, we are screwed.
Oops.
Oopsie. I fell into a Cyclops' butthole.
But if you wear something, cover that up. I thought there was a cave within a cave.
He said on me.
I swear he said on me. I swear. I didn't climb in here on my own.
So is this like a Star Wars situation, or is this like some kind of inappropriate situation?
Yes.
Yes and yes.
Yes, yeah. Inappropriate Star Wars situation.
But, you know, like I said, I would be nitpicking. Like, it was done well. I enjoyed it. Like, there's nothing about, like, seriously, there was never a point in this movie I was, like, unhappy with what was going on.
Yeah.
And that's something to be said. That is something to be said. I never once felt bored And I've got some really good movies I absolutely love that I can get bored in sometimes.
Well, I mean, actually, a good example is Oppenheimer. You know, Oppenheimer,
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal movie. Probably my favorite movie of 24
Mm-hmm.
when it came out. But there's some boring parts in that. I mean, there's a
Sure.
lot. There's a lot of talking, right? Because it's 3 hours long. There's a lot of scenes that they just kind of talk a bit much.
You get a lot less talking, a lot more action.
Right, and this one, it's a lot of action.
A lot of, actually, I'd almost want the inverse a little bit, just a little bit,
So yeah, a little bit more dialogue.
a little bit more dialogue.
Yeah,
I think could have
absolutely.
went a long way.
Well, and again, if you add the extra 30 minutes to the movie, you can do that,
And,
right?
and that might be, well, maybe even less than that, maybe even less. Because the thing is Calypso's a big deal, and I felt like that was kind of glossed over.
Right. Yeah.
And not, I mean, they did a good job, but and like I said, 3 hour movie, damn near.
Yeah, exactly.
How much more time can you really give them?
Well, another part I could have
7
used
minutes.
was that.
What is 7 minutes or something? Got
Yeah,
7
something like
minutes.
that.
That's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
No. I just say I think the other part that could have expanded on is when he went to go visit John Berthnall. The character's name is Menelaus or something like that.
No, that's his brother. He's the brother
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
king. Menelaus is the king.
Well, it says it was John Bernthal played Menelaus. I know I'm saying it wrong, but
I'm looking it up.
but yes, yeah. Oh,
I wasn't on the first page here.
you get to click see all cast. He's further down, but
I guess I would have thought he would have been a big enough name. He'd be on the first page.
yeah, right. But I could because I thought he did a real good job in that role as well.
Yeah.
He actually
Who was the king? I didn't. They don't really show his face, but for a second.
You mean in the actor's name?
Yeah, is he somebody known? I wasn't sure.
No.
Menelaus. I thought that was who was the king? I thought it was King Menelaus. Okay. Well, his brother's dead, so his son would be king at that point.
Well, but so he marries Helen, so he becomes king. But anyway, that whole part when he goes to visit him and like they're duck hunting and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that whole part was fun. So I think an expanded part of that I think would have been nice as well. See a little bit more of that relationship. Because we didn't see Helen hardly in there at all. I mean, she's
barely in it. For all the controversy, barely in the damn thing.
Yeah, and barely a speaking role again as well, right?
Barely.
Yeah.
She whispered one line and looked pretty for the rest.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, but again, like you said, we're just nitpicking at this point because I mean,
phenomenal movie. I'm not unhappy with it in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, it looked gorgeous.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, and I went with a buddy of mine, and we're talking about afterwards how the sound was just like that rumbling of like when they're on the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you could just feel it in your seat and everything. It was just it was great, right?
Mm-hmm. We kind of actually this is one thing I really wanted to talk about, and we kind of skipped this part of it a little bit already just because we were jumping all over the place. But Robert Pattinson as the bad guy,
yeah.
I mean, come on, like he actually did very well with it. Well, that dude surprises me every time I watch him in something.
Right, me too. Everything after Twilight, he's been uphill after that.
Well, I only watched part of those movies, and he did okay for that. It's not really my thing. I mean, I turned it on. I don't think he was terrible by any means. It's just not my kind of show.
No, that and the production quality to me was just terrible as well. But that's a podcast for a completely different day that we're not going to do.
But has he played a bad guy, like an actual bad guy before? I can't think of him really playing a bad guy. I'll pull him up real quick. I can't.
Like a true villain, you mean?
I mean he was in this for sure.
Yeah, he's played an asshole a couple times, but yeah, to be like a true villain. But and you're right. This is a good topic to bring up because not only was he a good bad guy, but then he doubles down on being a bad guy. Like whenever he gives him that stick, and he just goes into full
kicks
hard.
the shit out of him.
Yeah, right. So it's like he had his chance for a redemption right there, and
he pissed all over it.
He did, right? Yeah.
Take this and this, and just
took that stick and jammed it right in there a little bit. That was fun to see him in that role as well.
And he did well with it. That's the thing, it's like he's got a face that could be either or.
Right.
And and I wouldn't say I'm uber fan, but honestly, the dude does pretty good.
Right. I think he's been making some pretty good choices.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe when he was Batman, but then I watched him.
I know. And he did a great job.
He did a good job.
I did go with low expectations.
I did too.
And I absolutely loved that too.
He
did a great job.
Have you seen Mickey 17 yet?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah. So that one disappointed me a little bit. But again, not because of him.
I enjoyed it.
I loved he acted great in that, playing all the different parts. I was just pissed off that I thought it was going to be a comedy and they showed all the funny parts in the trailer. That kind of got to me a little bit. I'm like, come on.
It should have been a comedy.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been a better comedy.
Yeah,
because I've seen that movie before.
Yes. Yeah.
Or very, very similar rendition of that movie before.
Yeah. It was called Multiplicity.
It was done better a couple times. Multiplicity and or Moon kind of
Moon
does that as well. That's what I thought of first, but Multiplicity. And I mean, it is Michael Keaton, which brings it full circle to Batman.
And that is a true comedy. That's right. Oh.
It always comes back to Batman. It's like Kevin Bacon.
We did it. Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, great movie, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've only seen it one time, but as of right now, I'd say 10 out of 10. Best movie I've seen all year.
Yeah. That's a bold statement, Cotton.
It is. That's twice. It's twice you said that.
Your year's not over.
It's not. Because
you got Spider-Man coming out. That could be awesome.
Spider-Man coming out, and Doomsday is in my head as well. Avengers,
when does that actually release?
December 18th. So we got time for that one.
I'm kind of excited about that one.
But I love Doctor Doom.
Sure.
As a kid, Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four, they were my favorite. So
now that's a bold statement.
All my friends loved X-Men. I was a Fantastic Four kid. So
freak. Fantastic freak.
Better than a mutant. So anyway, obviously Doomsday may overtake it, but it may not. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good, and it'll hit all the spots. But I mean, this has everything, including the cinematography and the soundtrack, and I mean, it's
solid. Yeah, I mean,
it's just everything.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was going to say is. Up until now, I was going to say probably Project Hail Mary was my favorite movie of the year, but I think this is number one as of right now. That's my opinion.
I would say, where do we end up on that one? I forget where we need to probably mark this so we know where we actually rate it. We're just on random numbers, kind of. I would say this is a 9.
Yeah, I think
maybe a 10.
I mean, I can look it up, but I think I gave Project Hail Mary a 9 also.
I would say they're very close as far as quality.
Well, and here's why I give it a 10, because other than that one comment I made about the blind guy, I can't find anything bad about it. Right? So if there's nothing bad about it, how can I give it less than perfect?
I think my thing is that, like I said, the only complaint I had is I felt like some of important things got glossed over a little bit. Don't know that they could have told him any better without adding a bump. But like I said, how could you? I don't know. It's like trying to complain about something that was almost 100% great.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and I would say, and you saying 10 would not. I can't refute that. Right. I mean,
well,
I can't argue that.
Yeah, and maybe your argument is a legit argument, but maybe he wanted to make it longer
Well,
and couldn't. You know what I mean? Maybe
the laws of physics did not allow him to shoot that extra 7 minutes. It's like, I just asked him to bend the rules of the way the universe works to make this film a 10 out of 10. Jesus, Nolan, come on. Get off your ass and do right.
So he needs to make a 140 millimeter IMAX camera that can film for 6 hours. Come on, man. What are you doing here?
Why is he half-assing?
Camera needs to be this wide, you know,
and be just basically virtual reality. Come on, he's phoning it in with this Odyssey, phoning it in.
So
Christopher half-ass Nolan. That's what we call him around the locker room.
Well, you know how he is. Can never complete a job properly. So somebody sent me something funny the other day. I think you may get a kick out of this. I had a picture of Matt Damon in Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Picture of Matt Damon in The Martian. Picture of Matt Damon in Interstellar. And then Odyssey, it said Hollywood spent $600 million trying to send Matt Damon home.
Okay, that is good.
Yeah. So, if you know who you are, who sent that to me, kudos to you, sir. Very good.
That's funny.
So yeah,
he's basically a homeless person. Go home, Matt Damon. Go home.
We're trying to get
you too good for your home?
Right, exactly.
We built you a damn boat.
Yeah, a boat and a rocket ship. All kinds of things. Oh my gosh.
We sent the whole of the U.S. military to pick your ass up and get you home.
Right. Yeah. We sent Tom Hanks to get you. That's how important you are.
That's a big deal. You know how much he charges to show up?
Hundreds.
Both dollars. When it is salary.
Both of them.
That's World War II money. I mean, come
that's
on.
true. So it's like $6 now.
It's been inflation. That's at least $2 million now.
Just talking about the gas to get him there, right?
Yeah. They wouldn't know what the hell to do with a $3 tank, $2 a gallon. Like, what the heck? We got to leverage the nation.
Don't put in more than $2. Oh, I went over. Sorry. Well, honestly, I thought about talking about some other stuff today, but I think maybe we just do this, man. I mean,
okay, that's good.
How do you top it? Well, I mean, I think we're pushing an hour anyway, and honestly,
yeah.
I mean, this movie deserves its own platform here.
Very solid. Okay, so here's one other thing I would say in the Ulysses version of Stringing the Bow was a little bit more. I felt like it was a little bit more epic than this, like the old 60s.
Okay, well,
I didn't. He did the boom thing,
right,
which is cool. So that kind of did that. That's unique to this film. That does not happen in anything else I've ever seen.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Would it have been more epic had you never seen that or known that was going to happen?
I don't know, and that's my dilemma.
Right. So, and here's why I say that. The person that I went with didn't know this story.
Okay.
And they thought it was freaking awesome. Now,
no, it was very well done.
Right. But so to me, it was great to see, but knowing how it ends, like it wasn't as dramatic that he grabbed it and strung the bow, right?
Right.
And does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but see, like I remember like Kirk Douglas doing that, and it was like, I don't know, it just like you're like, holy crap! Like he did, like nobody can do it, and all of a sudden he just goes, whoop, and people are like, and then he just starts massacring everyone.
Yeah. That's great.
and that's the other thing. Like I said, it's a little bit more conversation. There's talk about how they're going to lock them all in. I know they make mention of that, kind of.
Yeah. So they locked the weapons, and then they also had the front door locked as well.
Yes. And they mentioned that in this as well.
Yeah.
But it felt like in the old stuff there was a little bit more discussion about that. Like they're going to be locked in.
Yeah.
And because they and then I liked that maid was always a pain in the ass in the old ones too.
Yeah.
She deserved she deserved being locked in with them.
Right. Yeah.
turning on the family like that.
But then they didn't really show what happened to her. I mean, she's like hiding, and then you just don't. But then you don't
I
see her
just hope
anymore.
she got an arrow just like everybody else. She deserved. She should have got 2 or 3 arrows. I mean, come on.
One right to the knee.
I mean, she makes it even worse. She used to be a maid. She took it to the knee. I used to mail around in the palace years ago in my youth until I took an arrow to
arrow to the crotch.
until I flandered with Robert Patterson too often and took an arrow to the knee.
At the same time.
Yeah, he's into weird things.
Both knees.
Okay, Mr. Carey. I mean, Ventura.
Ventura. I prefer Ventura, please.
But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, good overall. I'm nitpicking. And it's because I love it. And honestly, it's because I love the old ones so much. Like, it's not fair. It isn't fair.
Yeah. Well,
it's because I watched these like a dozen times.
Well, and that's what we do, right? I mean, as not just as humans, but as movie lovers and all this stuff, this is what we do. So.
And this will have to be one I watch again.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll watch it again. It was good. It was solid.
Yeah, as soon as it comes out, I'll probably be buying it on Blu-ray if Blu-ray is still around at that time.
Blu-ray?
Oh, don't act like that. Don't act like that. You're not. You read physical books. What's the difference?
Huh?
All right. Well, I think that's probably enough for today, there, sir.
All right. Sounds good. Excellent film. I'd say 9 to 10. I could go either way. It's a good one.
I heard 10.
It's solid. 10.
10.
Sure.
So
10. Yeah.
So we average 9.99 out of 10 between the two.
9.999 repeating out of 10.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today. Thanks for joining us on our Odyssey to get through this one review.
Yeah, I don't know if we really talked about it too much. We really need another hour to go into this, probably.
Just like Christopher Nolan needed.
Exactly.
See?
His extra hour that he needed.
We are just like him. Half-assed.
If Dances with Wolves did it, come on, Christopher.
Yeah, but see, we need to get Christopher Nolan and Kevin Costner hooked up, and then we're golden.
Then it'll happen.
For Waterworld 2.
The ice caps have continued to melt. The world is completely encased in water now. Even the island is sunk.
And Poseidon's pissed.
There was a 7-year war on the island. Poseidon's pissed.
Zeus is pissed.
And fire will rain.
Fire will rain. All right. See you, everybody.
Later.
Bye.